Okay, so the Siem Reap is in Cambodia. It is the second largest city, and then it's essentially a tourist town, lah, huh? So I was there for about 2 years or so, and as usual, the tourist places, attractions, there are places you can do some craft, and a lot of opportunity for charity work, and of course accommodations, and I actually opened a restaurant there last. Cover a little bit about it. Okay, so next we go to the next slide.
Not next slide. For the first slide, we can see that he has introduced some pubs and cafe, and of course the places of worship attractions. Wow, look at the waterfall. And then my restaurant. Wow, that is the restaurant on the bottom right. And of course, you do some charity work, accommodation. You all want to go anywhere. Just go and look for Aeden. So the next slide.
Sally, you do a better job than me.
Voila. Okay, your turn.
Aeden, yeah. The accommodation, is it you rent it or is it a hotel?
Mostly hotels, yeah.
Tell them more about Siem Reap, yeah.
Yeah, Siem Reap, if you see on the map, is next to the big lake. The lake actually the largest saltwater lake in Southeast Asia. So, and Siem Reap is named as the flag defeat of Siam because of the war. Thailand then was called Siam, was actually trying to conquer Cambodia. So essentially, Siem Reap, as compared to Phnom Penh is more a business town. Siem Reap is more of a tourist attraction. So a lot of shops, and most people, if they ever go to Siem Reap, is to go to the Angkor Wat, which I think is the more famous. Yeah. So there's a lot of charity organizations there. So thanks for helping, Sally. Okay, so airport, nothing fantastic. Really, you have to be prepared for a really third world, kind of an airport. Although there are some modern cafes you can dine in. Immigration is actually when you land, you have to walk the tarmac. Happened to chance upon a magazine that actually has one of our actor in it. I don't know whether you know Alvin Ng. He happens to be very popular there. So he's one of the MediaCorp actor lah. So he has a fan club and all this there lah. Yeah. I think you all may know him.
Alvin Knowledge, Alvin Knowledge, his fan club. Yeah.
It's a cultural center which has a lot of native performance, weddings and all that, and dancing and all that lah. So this is one place you may want to go and visit, which is quite grand. So, the National Museum, of course, is another attraction. Actually, some of the artifacts came to Singapore Museum, and it was exhibited locally before also. So then, of course, it's a bigger one in Singapore. So this is another place you can go to. And next, very popular acrobatic shows, scale lah. So after teaching them the skill, they come with this performance. So it's more like a charitable social charity organization, and a lot of them are very good youngsters, and
it's like a source of income for them.
So of course you can go to places like pottery classes and all this lah. So it's something that I went to. Of course, there's other things like drawing and painting, and the things that we have lah. Of course, the prices is a lot cheaper lah.
Question so far. There's no question on the chat. What about Frida? Frida, you were asking something about accommodation. Frida,
went to toilet.
Any more questions? If not, I'll proceed to the second slide.
Aeden says during his 2 years stay there, he usually stay in a hotel, right?
Yeah. I will show you the hotel later. Okay, Pub Street is the center of the tourist place. It's all the makan, all the shoppings, and that's like the Orchard Road of Singapore lah, where every tourist will have to go to lah. So everything is the most expensive street, of course, and then so Pub Street is definitely it's a must go to place. The next one is a Hyatt Hotel. Hyatt Hotel happens to have this glass cafe, which is quite popular. Of course, it's a bit expensive, so I only went once. So just have a cup of coffee and some cakes. So next one. So this is a place you may want to go. King Street is almost like, say, the outskirts lah, so Park Street is like Orchard Road. King Street is like, let's say, Toa Payoh Central lah, or Ang Mo Kio Central lah. So shopping, of course, a lot of massage and pubs and restaurants, and then there's some dance performance and all this type of thing. So King Street is another one you may want to visit, but of course, right now I cannot guarantee you anything because I think a lot of the place has closed lah. So I don't know what happened to them. Okay, so is another place that tourists will go to? King Street. Yeah, next.
Disabled musician. Let I ask you about disabled musician.
Oh, disabled. Yeah. Okay.
Then I let her ask you.
Okay. This is the most popular cafe even in Phnom Penh, Siem Reap. So this is a place to go to like the Starbucks of Siem Reap. So apparently there's no Starbucks there. So Blue Pumpkin is the most popular. So and it's a more pricey cafe to go to. So you can actually go there lah. Very decent coffee place. Yeah. So cakes.
So short question. Blue Pumpkin, they got outlets or only the one Blue Pumpkin?
A lot.
Okay, next.
A lot. Yeah, next one.
Next idea. You still next,
Yeah.
Okay, next
so
one.
much to cover. That's why I want to So yeah. Of course there are small little ones here and there, like this one and the previous one, and then I think this cafe is very popular for this egg wrap fried rice lah. So it's very beautifully done rice in egg wrap, and that's the most popular item, a signature item which
then we can skip that because you can't remember the name of the restaurant. Next.
Yeah, I can't remember. It may not be there anymore. Okay, so of course there's Celebrity, and Rocky is a guy that is very featured all over Siem Reap. So he's one that started the bodybuilding, and he's in Singapore very often also. So he's also in Singapore magazines and all this, a model. So I think if you go to these places, connections, network is important. So you got to know people. So he's one person you need to know. Okay.
Next.
Yeah. So yeah. So next one is okay. There's a lot of Amor there, and started a lot of Amor started a lot of business, and one of it is this wine, the locally wine. That they actually hire the Cambodians to draw the art on the bottles. So and then they put the wine inside and sell it. It's very good. It's also another social charitable organization to help those poor to earn a living. To a lot of foreigners and a lot of charity from overseas charity. The country is the poor are being helped. Okay. Yeah.
Next.
Next. Next. Okay, so makan. I mean everywhere on the streets. This is the cheaper food So hawker centers so called.
Yeah, I believe the makan there are all affordable food, as you can see, similar to Singapore food.
Yeah.
So yeah, stir fries, meat or salad. Yeah, I also got noodle. Okay, next.
There is really not much of Khmer, they call it Khmer, Khmer cuisine, because the war has destroyed all the cuisine. So a lot of them are actually adaptation of Thai, Vietnamese, and Chinese and Western style food. So of course, there's a little place in back lanes and on the street, next to the street and everywhere. A lot of places to eat. So we won't go hungry. So of course, coffee, pizza, And it's not like Thailand where you have a street of all the food and all this. A lot of the food also come in carts. So the carts go
Food
around
trucks.
the place and carts. That so it serves the people and tourists all this. Okay, so there's another thing that's different from Thailand. So next one. Yeah, so and then it's a whole long street, and then you can find one cart, so in a way, if you go further out, and then at night, in the middle of the night, you can find one cart that sells food. So if you're hungry, you can chance upon one. But at night is not safe. It's definitely not safe, especially for women. So
that answers to
yeah,
Gil's question. Yeah.
it's definitely not safe. So I happen to meet a lot of people. One of the Malay guys is actually a Singaporean, and these people open shops in one of the streets. So I visit them, and then fun people, a lot of Japanese then, and I just fool around. I think it's a lot of fun people there. So get to meet. More.
Next.
Yeah. Next.
Yeah.
So yeah,
More
near the
food. Yeah.
food again. So you won't go hungry, but very simple food, cheap. Have to go to the rivers and all this to hunt for their food. So also there are food around here and there. And then of course in the same river, you have people washing clothes and all that. So this is partly how the people live. So maybe
What fish is that?
it's a kind of eel. Eel, yeah.
Okay, next.
Yeah. Next is okay. For me, recreation is the gym. So there's a lot of gym, quite a lot of gym. They're cheap, very cheap. Of course, foreigners pay more. So Rocky is there, and then I get him to sign more of my magazines and make friends there. So my form of recreation. So at the gym. And the next one.
Yeah, a lot of muscle man.
Yeah. A lot.
More muscles.
Yeah, so this is another gym I go to. So I spend most of my time there in the gym for me because they are nearby and I don't have a lot of time because I was running a restaurant. So that's my exercise. So next one, Ken. And then of course karaoke. So I then bring me to karaoke. So quite a few karaoke but now I'm not sure whether they are still open or not. So this is another area you can go to besides shopping, eating, that. So and then and then you sing like up to 3 o'clock in the morning, you still have a place you can still get some food. Yeah, and then the street is deserted, so it's not safe, and it's good to have people around you. Yeah.
Any questions?
Hey, I have a question. Aeden, I'm curious. When you say you start up a restaurant there, you stay there 2 years, but you don't stay in one of the rented place there. Instead, you stay in a hotel. Isn't it more costly?
Yes, I will cover that when I go to the hotel. Can?
Okay.
Great. Okay, then another question to this slide. I saw disabled musicians. Why are there so many disabled people? Is it because of the war?
Yes, I think the war has disabled a lot of people with no limbs and no eyesight and all these type of things. And there happened, a lot of them are very, very poor, and a lot of them cannot afford medical and all this type of thing. So there are free clinics. But the free clinics, you can see some of them lying up there for 2 days before they can see a doctor.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then they are lying there in the sun and in the rain and waited 2 days to see a doctor because it's free. So it's very, very sad. Yeah.
Okay, I'll proceed to the next slide.
Falling, or is everybody falling asleep or something like that?
No,
we are not falling asleep.
I'm waiting to ask questions. I'm waiting to.
Yeah, you can ask questions. You can write down the questions later on. You ask him, or you can write on the chat board just in case you forget.
It's
Ask the locally make liquor, is it drinkable or not?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can drink one. Drink and can die one.
Caveat. There may be still some ice cream problem. So far, the one that I bought, I didn't die from it. Okay, so I stay mostly in hotel. Sorry, I'm a little bit pampered. I cannot tahan some of the rented place and all that. And also partly, it's not very safe in some of these places that, because in a hotel, I am protected by the staff in the hotel. Okay, so they know what is happening, what is not happening. And most of the people or whoever want to target you will not target you in the hotel. So it is much safer to stay in the hotel. Okay, if you rent a place and all that, you may be raided by police for no reason at all, or you can rob, you get burglarized, and your life is not safe lah. So that's why I stay in the hotel because I'm protected. Okay, so this one hotel that I stay in, pretty nice. Yeah, the first time I got a note from the chambermaid because I leave tips behind lah. Every day I will leave tips for them, so it's very nice gesture of them. So next slide. So food. Western food lah, essentially all the continental American breakfast, all these. Of course, they have the fried rice and spicy food and all that. So
I believe staying in the hotel not only cheap, but the food they provide is presentable and also, of course, more hygienic.
Yes.
That's why you see him so much muscle. If you see his muscle lost one, that means not hygienic. Another villa, right? Are you?
This is another villa. Apparently, quite a number of them actually, as far as I know, has closed because of the COVID lah. So this is another villa I went to. It's pretty nice. Comfort with the pool and all that. Heated pool some more. Okay, so next, and the flowers they have yeah.
So I believe Arriva, you can have lunch with the staff, and then you have many morning breakfast.
Yeah, they invite me to have lunch with the staff, and I'm quite friendly in that way, so they like me lah.
I would say the staff there, the staff in the hotel are very hospitable.
Yeah. So
again, Aru Boutique, you have a bunch of guys swimming with you.
Yeah, so it happened that their friends came over, and then I just socialize with them lah. So
okay, next Rambutan Villa. Did you stay there?
No, I didn't stay. I actually visit a friend. So, and it's a nice place too. So, westernized lah. So very nice. Rambutan Villa. Yeah, next.
Ladies and gentlemen, please write down Rambutan Villa. Who knows the next time you go there? See, I believe they also decent food. Yeah.
Food, local food, Western food, and then this
very
is
Thai also. Yeah. Next, Chasmoy is another.
Chasmoy is the one that I stay in the longest because it is very near to the restaurant that opened. So I stay quite long in there. Chasmoy is opened by Japanese guy. Yeah.
Okay, so, next.
Yeah.
Chasmoy is okay. More food. Yeah, more cereal, more pancake.
More food lah, cereal, pancake, and all this stuff lah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to the next slide.
Next one. I can just go next one.
This one also okay. More food. You see egglicious.
Fried rice, eggs.
Aeden is very good in promoting egg. So egg promotion for his next
yes, protein. A lot of protein. And
so you can see chicken salad and chops.
Chicken salad is my favorite. Oh, I love chicken salad.
Okay, can I proceed to the next stage?
Yeah. Burgers and all that. Yeah. Eating. Very hungry. So
actually, after all the slides that I've shown, you can see that Aeden really did a good effort in photography, and definitely very attractive, especially the food presentations and the ambience. We should keep in mind Chasmoy Residence and Spa. Maybe one day we go there.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So porridge, I eat porridge when I'm sick lah.
Yeah, we can
I
see
happen
her porridge with the salted eggs, huh?
Yeah, I usually got food poisoning lah. Let's put it this way lah. So when food poison, I eat porridge.
Okay, this slide is interesting because it shows us got noodles, beef, chicken, and fish. So
Spicy
there's a
food.
white choice, yeah, white choice, a
Spicy
healthy
food.
choice, I think. Yeah.
So yeah, it's more Thai style lah, spicy food. So a lot of variety lah. So I haven't missed my last day there, so I do spicy food again and meet some friends and all that lah. Yeah, this Holland lady that give me something, and I think when you go overseas and you stay that long, you have to make friends lah. I think that's the way to survive lah. Be friends with everybody.
Right. Is this another villa?
Yeah. I think this one is closed already lah. So happened to be owned partly by the Singaporean Malay guy. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, next slide. Also very nice local. So food lah.
Yeah, I saw the Singaporean owner there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm not falling asleep. I'm pondering over.
No, because just now, Tan Keng Lee questions about comparison in rates and hotels rates, and then how much is the beer there. Maybe you give him a rough idea how much is the hotel stay or the resident there. Just a rough gauge, average, and the beer down there.
Okay, it's a wide range because it depends on the type of hotel you want to stay in. From the very cheap to the very expensive.
Cheap. How cheap is cheap? How expensive?
Like for example, student group, like the Accord Hotel group. How much? I'm sure Cambodia also they have the Ibis Hotel, Accord Hotel, the Accord Hotel group. How much does it? Have you? You don't go to the hotel.
Those hotels are mostly in Phnom Penh. Okay, Phnom Penh is the capital and where the business, most of the business is. So those higher class one are in Phnom Penh. Okay.
If you were to, sorry to interrupt, if you were to convert it into Singapore dollars, the cheapest is how much and the maximum is how much?
Okay, if you say cheapest, you go for all those home, what is that one called? Backpackers. Okay. So backpackers, you can, I mean, if you go into a backpacker with 8 people in a room, it's like $8 a day,
I think those are interested. Aeden, I'm interested. We put it something like, put it like 3-star or 4-star, where you can have a swimming pool and a gym lah.
Okay, Siem Reap is a tourist city. Okay, so it is cutthroat lah. Let's put it this way. So the more high class one, it is almost like the normal rates. Okay.
Those that you stay in actually are those are more the high class one.
Yes.
I'm referring to those that were probably.
So you depend on where in Cambodia you are going. So you cannot say the whole Cambodia it will be this rate. Phnom Penh is definitely the bigger one and it's most expensive and also depend on location.
Okay, I think Aeden, we switch topic because times are running short. Another one that I see that you are very positive. You always talk about that the so poor is a tourist that is helping them out.
Yeah.
Yes,
That is one of the go-to place you must go there lah. So waterfalls and it's a Buddha and all that. Maybe go to the next slide because I will introduce each of them. Next slide. Yeah, so it happens to be very far out in the city, so it's a lot of traveling, 4 hours traveling, and then things you can buy along so $20 fee, and the thing is that before 11 is uphill, after 11 is downhill. So so if you go later, you cannot go up, and if you go, so it's like that. It's a one road up, which is the problem. So next slide. So bananas. So happened. Bananas all the way. So it's beautiful. So a lot of walking, climbing, walking, climbing. Oh, you have to be prepared. If you can't, if you cannot walk, cannot climb, you can't go lah. Let's put this.
So that means along the way you see all these things,
Yeah.
like short trekking, yeah.
Okay, there's the thing called the linga and the yoni is actually this is everywhere that they worship. So essentially it's the male and female parts lah. So you don't be shocked that they actually worship that lah. So it's part of the culture lah. Okay.
I think most places like Japan, Korea, even Bhutan also, they worship those fertility thing.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
You have to prepare for that lah. Yeah. So, and then the tradition is this sleeping Buddha at the top of the boulder, which is a very huge boulder, and at the top they actually carve out this sleeping Buddha lah. So it's very beautiful, but you have to climb. Okay, you have to climb up to see.
Okay, this sleeping Buddha made from the mountain stone, or they just bring up there and then put on there?
No. It's made from the stone, the rock itself.
Okay.
The top of the rock.
This one they got a lot of waterfall.
So there's two waterfall, one small one and one big one. So a lot of people go there picnic and all this type of thing now. So there's people there who let you take picture with the swing and with traditional clothing, and then of course it's a pay lah. So it's a tourist.
I believe Kulen is a good place for trekking and camping. You can see a lot of
a lot of walking, a lot of climbing, walking. And when I was there, if it's the summer, it's like 40 degrees. So this is another place that has the pond with the bottom is always flowing, which is quite attractive. And then also the river where people built 1,000 over linga and yoni. So this is another attraction.
Okay, the bottom right hand corner, water, right? But I can see things inside. What is it?
Yeah, this the linga and the yoni is the male and the female parts lah. So the 1,000 over in the river lah. Yeah.
Is it they worship and then they throw inside?
No. It's built by somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carving or.
It looks like carving. It looks like carving.
1,000 over.
Yeah, but
those 1,000 over kids can come here and pray every day.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who pray for fertility lah. So the problem about having a road, which is what I faced also when I went to Key Lagos the last time. Once there's an accident or like this, a truck overturned and whatever, wow, stuck for hours. So you are stuck. That's it. So we just have to wait in the sun. So I bought a lot of rice because the poor people they are starving when there's drought.
Can see?
And
is the screen on?
Yeah.
So so I went to distribute rice so to the poor people. Maybe we can just run through this.
A form of charitable work
A lot of charity things to do So long journey. Then next slide. And then maybe you can just go to the next slide. I will just talk.
The rice, wow, this is paddy field.
So we have to trek through a lot of mud and rice field and all that to get to these poor people. Yeah, you have to deliver to them. Of course, you can see that they have very little rice left and they're starving, and then water is polluted and all that. So very tough.
Your hand there is what, rice or what, ecstasy or what?
Yeah. The lady only have that little bit of rice left.
Okay. I thought some kind of drugs. Yeah. Okay.
So next one, So very tiring and very long. So poor conditions, very, very bad.
You can see from this slide that the living condition is quite bad.
Quite bad.
So these people need more help. Actually, I got a cousin also. She's a Christian. She always go Cambodia to help them. Yeah.
Okay. The one comforted thing is I was standing there and the cow came to me. So it was heartbreaking. I don't know why the cow come to me. So it was very nice.
Skinny, someone can see skeleton.
Very poor thing. And then this guy, we call and call out to him to come, and then it was because the place is flooded. It's actually a banana foundation, but it's flooded, so a lot of damages lah. So we called to him to and then he came after almost 20 minutes. So we gave him, and he was very grateful. And then also this guy who is not very happy that we give him free things because he was out of the job, but we had to. So water is a big problem. So I also bought some of this water filter lah, to distribute to them. It's quite expensive, $100 one. So yeah. So I bought all this lah. So also schools, a lot of people provide free schools and then build all the things. Next all the cement floor, education. Most of us are then the people help build wells and playground for them and all that.
All this activity you all create for them, is it?
It's done by a lot of volunteers and mostly the foreigners all done by foreigners next, I see they build farm, they build a school for them, do the garden, give them free medical and all this Yeah.
I see like irrigation here. Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
It's the foreigners that help So the Japanese, they teach them arts all this So the country needs a lot of help from foreigners.
Hey,
The free market, and then you can see like they're selling one item, and then the whole day they just sell one item. I also don't know how they survive Very poor thing. So next slide. And then some, of course, they can sell more.
Strong offers. Okay, maybe I have it to roughly run through. All these are definitely street foods. Then they have noodles, of course, porridge. These are all basically the wet markets. I think they plant all those produce and they go to the wet market. I believe it's an exchange program. I love Miang Kham. Miang Kham is another Thai food. This one they're very pathetic.
Thai version is much better.
Yeah. Then another wet market. I happen to find flowers, coconut.
Yeah, flowers. I never seen flowers being sold. So this is the place. For flowers.
I think some of the flowers are edible flowers. You can see.
All edible.
All edible. Insects, fried insects also. So we have this market. Okay, they have repair service.
And then this guy. For them to squat down, they tear the jeans at the knee there. So it was quite funny. Yeah. I think it's more like Singapore in the 70s, 60s, 70s. And the fish jumping all over the place and all that. And then next one.
Yeah, it looks like they have a lot of
fish. Yeah. Quite common.
The next one, something running around.
Very dirty. You have dogs, you got motorbike in and out of the market and all that. It's very dirty.
Basically, Aeden is trying to tell you their living lifestyle in this place.
Very much.
Yeah. So the next one again. This one you see most the whole country. Right.
Yeah, furniture of old days of yesteryears
Yeah, old fashioned.
Don't see this furniture anymore So when the rich.
I like this one, luxury car versus van for the less wealthy.
Okay, the rich and the poor divide expectation if you stay there you okay.
Can see now?
Yeah. Okay, I think never mind
You can see now.
Okay, this is basically the Tabu Bar and Bistro that he's trying to recommend. Open bar concept.
Is my bistro is closed.
This is yours, is it?
Yeah, this is mine.
Okay, it's okay, even though it's closed. Then okay, let's introduce his Tabu Bar.
Yeah, it's called Tabu, and then
and all these are the interior of your.
Yeah, this is at night outside Yeah. So a lot of lightings and all this spend quite a bit of money. So blessing you have to bless the place before you or start open it Okay, so next signboard and all this, and of course I have to do promotion. I have to tell people about it, so I have to throw flyers. I go to far away place everywhere and give flyers. This is my flyer. that we produce, and then I distribute lah. A lot
I
of
see
work.
your menu quite
Yeah,
interesting
yeah,
and nice. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it affordable for the locals there or only strictly for
Yeah,
tourists?
my aim is for the locals because I'm very close to Pub Street, which is all the tourists. The locals cannot afford the Pub Street prices, so my niche is actually the locals lah. So these are more the affordable ones lah. Yeah.
Okay,
So
these are all his food. That means we now Jesse. Oh my God, we now know that Aiden can cook very well. You see from his presentation.
it's
So
done
the
by
next time, don't say done by who lah. The next time, if somebody have a invitation or what, don't forget to invite Aiden.
Okay, so this is the bar, and it's run by I actually hire a foreigner, but these are customers from all over the world lah.
Oh,
So,
customer. Sorry, yeah, I thought it's your staff.
no, these are all my customers. Yeah, from Uruguay, US, and all that. The next one, China, also China a lot.
Yeah, looks like your restaurant attracts a lot of people from all over the world.
So,
What is it called?
Okay. So families a lot of families that came. A lot of networking really a lot of very tough, very tough. Very tough. And then
They all come in groups, yeah.
Yeah, so I got to entertain them and all that, and then they ask for this, ask for that. You must know how to handle lah. And then my friend brought the whole family there and all this type of thing from Malaysia, and then celebrate birthdays and all this type lah. So
that means you do functions also for your restaurant.
Yeah, functions and all that.
Okay, fly me to the moon. This one.
Yeah.
What is this?
Of course, my visa lah. I will do visa run and all this lah, just to get it. Of course, I have to
cross the border to have your visa chop lah.
Yeah, another animal, a cat actually came and slept on my foot. Can you imagine? So it was heartwarming. I don't know why, but it was heartwarming lah. Okay.
You're a cat lover.
So I have to close it because you have to deal with all kinds of people, a lot of foreigners that you deal with because you are a foreigner, you attract them now, also locals and all these type of things. So it's social skill very important. You stay there. But if you go there as a tourist, go in a group, Angkor Wat, okay, so everybody must go there. Okay, it's getting better, but it's actually quite bad because next slide.
So this Angkor Wat, wait, before you next slide, you look like MRT track. What is it?
This is the map of the Angkor Wat. Is right at the bottom, and then there's other place now. So I don't worry about it. You have to get a guide to bring.
Angkor Wat, you need to pay an entrance of quite high,
Yeah.
No, it's only 20 US then Yeah. But it's worth it lah. It's worth it.
20 US, okay lah.
Yeah, there are actually 50 over watts to look at lah. So you can't cover all lah.
Yeah, due to time constraint, all the watts down here. Later when you want, I think later on Aeden will do into a video, so he will post it on the
Angkor Wat is the most famous because it's the largest religious monument in the world in terms of land size. It's actually a Buddhist temple now. So you must go there. It's beautiful, but
it's a must place to visit because it's a World Heritage.
Yeah. So a lot of carving, and you must go there with a guide that actually can tell you stories about what and this. If you go with a guide that just like you see this, see that, you can't tell anything. You don't know what is what. But if you have a guide that can tell you, okay, the stories behind all the carving and all this type of thing, then it's a total different.
Well, I can see a mate here. Who's this mate?
The mate is the one behind.
Yeah,
so
there's
the warriors, they have servants, maids, and dancers, carving very beautiful, very beautiful.
So every wall tells a story, yeah.
Yeah, every wall tells a story. And a lot of walking, a lot of climbing. Like the stairways to heaven, I think it's like about 100 steps to go up. And then the thing about the steps is this: only in the middle is the steps are very wide. Whereas at the side, all the steps are very narrow. And the reason why is because these are for servants. You have to walk sideways. Servants also walk sideways. Only the king can walk up straight. So lot of sideway walking lah. So it's very, and then a lot of us go for the sunrise and sunset, but sometimes you can't get the sunrise and sunset. But the sunrise and sunset is the most beautiful lah. Yeah.
If you can see Aeden going down the steps, I made a block. I believe those were the days they have those boulders and they cut it into blocks and then they just make it staircase. It's not those nice staircase you had.
Yeah.
What's so special? Tell us.
Yeah, so architecture and all this stuff thing. There's no Nile, no river, no, it's just join by join. It's fantastic. And then the huge bathing area that you see, and also the center of the water. If nobody tell you, you'll miss it. Okay, the next one.
Yeah, there's some. It's like a olden days Lego.
Yeah, very beautiful. And of course, a lot of Buddhas, but a lot of parts are stolen, broken, vandalized, and all that. Very sad. So, but there's still a few there. So,
is that really an elephant footprint?
Yeah. No, it's just art.
Your footprint.
It's an art. You will miss it if the guide didn't tell you about it. Yeah. So then, and another one is also the second most popular is the one that has a lot of faces. It's like a 4-face Buddha, or whatever you call it place. A huge place, a lot. Okay, prepare to walk, and walk. Yeah.
Okay, for these places, Aeden, can I ask you a short question? How long do you take to cover this place?
Actually, if you can take a whole day. Angkor Wat, you practically take 1 or 2 days, unless you just cover briefly. Because it's so big, it's huge,
So your entrance fee, can you second day or not?
They have fee where you pay for 1 watt, and you have fee where you pay for like 2 watt, 3 watts, and all these type of things. So different. But okay, must tell you that was 1914, 1915. So now we're so sure already, especially with COVID. Yeah. Okay, next one. Next. So yeah, for Banyang is a lot of up and down. Whereas you just have to be prepared. And if you go in the summertime, it's hot. It's 40 over degrees. So
I see that one go deeper. I think they
go deeper and deeper.
There, maybe because of war, but I noticed that most places that go down under, they are normally cooler than the top.
Yes. But the place is built without any Nile, any river and everything. Okay, and then of course the Yoni and the Lingga again. So it's everywhere Yeah. So next slide.
Oh, your what is this? Male part is called what? Yawning?
Lingga.
So you're praying for Lingga.
Crazy.
Surprisingly, these are all in the temple.
Yeah.
Temple and Buddhist temple.
Some people may be offended but
in Nepal, in India, in all that also they got a lot of temple. They have a lot of all these.
Yeah. So this is another one which is also very big, very nice. So we can go to Banyang.
Is it nearby Angkor Wat or is it another destination, another location?
Very far apart. So you.
So it's not within Angkor Wat, it's somewhere else.
Outside already. All these are outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one.
Next again.
So this is the one that they cremate the. Okay. There's the one they cremate the dead So this is the one.
Like a cemetery.
Yeah. Not cemetery. Cremation. A place to cremate. After
cremation,
that.
Then they burn. Okay. So I believe the one on the right here, you throw inside and burn. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, that's it. I think it's the last one already. So any questions for Aeden?
No more already.
We managed to go through 9 hours.